My best career advice, part 2. Your time is limited, so don't waste time in living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of other people's opinions drown out your inner voice. Once you realize that other people created today's culture and rules, that they were no smarter than you, and you realize you can change it, that's when the fun begins. This is an adaptation of a quote from Steve Jobs. I kind of put a little twist on it for reliability and maintenance in there. Most managers and individuals are stuck in today's rules. They fear change because change has the risk of failure. Engineers are particularly susceptible to this fear. They don't like being 99% right. They like being 100% right. And that really slows down change when you want to be perfect. It's easier to go along to get along. Does this have to be true for you? This is Joe Kuhn of Lean-Driven Reliability, bridging the gap between best practices that you know you should be doing at your plant, but you just can't quite figure it out how to get there. So it's the gap between reality and where you need to be, trying to help you with simple solutions to get there. This is an evening. I'm making this after dark video. It's one of my first that I've ever done that on, so it's a little interesting looking outside and seeing dark from my office here. And I'm trying to save some trees by just looking at my laptop here instead of printing out my script. So, hey, from an R&M standpoint, you know, the tools are readily available. You know, you can look at them on the internet. You can look at a whole bunch of Joe videos. The sensors are available, how to use them, PDM, problem solving, all these processes for planning and scheduling, kitting and staging, they're out there. The waste is obvious if you choose to look for it using Chalk Circle, other videos on that. If you go out and observe, looking for waste, which every single reliability tool, remember, is designed to attack a waste, whether it's in problem solving, OEE, it's in wrench time. So whatever the tool is, I promise you it's attacking a waste. And it's obvious if you choose to go look at it. So what's the problem? You know, it really comes down to a choice. And I've got my plant manager hat on. It comes down to a choice. When I look at leaders, especially in this R&M space, I put them in one of two categories, and I'm sorry to be so blunt about that. But number one is they play by today's rules and culture. They live life on defense, always explaining the poor results with some luck of an occasional good year. Inflation, the aging of assets, manpower issues. You make minor progress, that's within those norms. But essentially, it's crisis, then there's a lull, then there's some success, and then another crisis. You have plans and ideas, but life always gets in the way of implementing those. It's kind of a comfortable life because you're just, you know, a victim. And things are happening, you're managing. Okay, that's category one. Category two is you play offense. You implement change. You risk failure by reaching for success. You're in the arena. That's a Teddy Roosevelt quote. Be in the arena. And when you're in the arena, you risk losing. Be in the arena. That's how you want to live your life. My advice on how you want to live your life. My career advice for you is be in the arena. You know, you have a PM Kaizen or eliminate 20,000 hours that you believe are waste. You're going to be wrong on a couple of them, but you're going to be right on 90%, 99.5%. You know, fund the PDM team from those saved hours. You know, if you save 20,000 hours, theoretically, you can put 10 people in a PDM group for free. That takes risk, takes challenge, and you will be wrong on some facets of it. But learn from those mistakes. Add a kidder and stager from your existing headcount. Even though your backlog is big and growing, you want to take a person out to do kitting and staging because you're taking a risk that it will drive up your wrench time. Pretty low risk. Reorganize to your engineers to free up a full-time dedicated reliability engineers, because part-time reliability engineers don't work. You've heard that here. Change the expectations of a 30-year seasoned veteran planner to anticipate wrench time detractors. Even though that person is threatening to retire because they don't want to change, you do what's right, you stand up, you get in the arena, and you make the necessary changes. You create a go and see culture, standard observation time, PMs. We got go and see failures and successes. Lead team members are sponsoring teams, maybe they're OE teams that you have out there in the plant. There will be failure, but if you fail and learn, is that really a failure? I contend it's not. If you learn something, don't repeat your mistakes. That's accelerated learning. The memories that I have from my 33 years, I remember the failures the most because I've learned lessons from those and try to apply them. And one of those is how to deploy a reliability and maintenance best practices through lean. I'm doing that because I did it wrong so many times. What's your legacy? This is the career advice. What's your legacy? When you leave, what would the organization say about you? You played it safe. You were nice. You were easy to get along with. You brought in donuts every Friday. What do you want your legacy to be? Or did you make a meaningful difference? You made changes and took the drama out of reliability and maintenance. You have less forced overtime because of the systems you put in place. You have less weekends. There's more production. Sales have gone up. You're increasing the job skills of your technical folks from using duct tape to being a vibe tech. You create better quality of life and self-worth for the employees. They become better moms and dads, and there's better communities when you create less drama, increase the skill set of people, use their minds in a lean, reliable workplace. Remember, today's dogma, today's rules, today's culture was created by people no smarter than you. Jump in the arena, live it, live it. Begin your journey, folks. This stuff isn't that hard. If I can help with pointers, send me an email. I'll help you out over the phone, over email. If you want to have a live consultant, and I want to do a little bit of that, am doing a little bit of that, reach out to me and I'll come to your plan. I guarantee I can shave years off your deployment. Thank you.